Alright, let's see. No. Not this one either. No. We already covered this one. Oh man, I want to make a new BGM episode, but like I have absolutely nothing to review. Oh cool, my wrestlers are ready. Alright, let's get back into this.
Hey Mark, what are you doing?
Oh hey Brian, why are you always in your car? Well anyways, I got WWE Immortals, I'm about to play it right now. My wrestlers are all powered up and ready to go. Let's kick some ass.
There you go. Why not make an episode reviewing mobile games?
What, you mean review this one? I don't know, aren't games like Angry Birds and Candy Crush and all of them not considered real video games by the video game community at large? I mean, would it even count as a BGM episode to waste time reviewing this?
Well, a lot of people do consider them games. Millions of people play them. They're making a ton of cash. Why not give it a shot?
Well, okay then. I guess our new episode of BGM will be about my favorite phone app games. Let's give it a try. Hey, this is Mark Rodriguez, and you're watching another episode of the Video Game Masters. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite phone app games, 3 games in particular. They're all free. You can download them off your Google Play Store or whatever store you download your apps from, depending on what kind of phone you have. But they're cool, and they're worth checking out. So we're going to start it off with WWE Immortals. Let's have a look. WWE Immortals was released in 2015 on mobile phones everywhere and is brought to you by NetherRealm Studios, the same guys working on the newer Mortal Kombat games and Injustice Gods Among Us. The game has to fight with and against several alternate dimensional versions of the WWE superstars, which are all kinds of mystical and other such fantasy characters, sometimes taking their names and gimmicks very literally. For example, Randy Orton now really is a Viper, Kane is actually a demon, and Stone Cold Steve Austin is made out of ice. There are several different superstars to collect, including John Cena, The Undertaker, Daniel Bryan, and Paige, and each of them have several different versions of themselves. You start off as the bronze characters, but you can soon find and collect the more powerful silver and gold characters. The gameplay is very simple. You just tap or swipe anywhere on the screen and the character attacks. The characters automatically walk towards each other, so you don't have to worry about making them move back and forth. After you link several attacks together, you can swipe the screen in a certain direction to finish off the combo with a strong attack that knocks the opponent away. Touching the screen with 2 fingers at once lets your character block. You can also put up the energy bars on the bottom of the screen to do super versions of the trademark finishers. Each finisher is done a different way, like tapping the screen fast enough to put up this power bar, or swiping the screen several times to cause as much damage when the move hits. As you level your characters up, they can eventually reach the level 2 finishers, which do much more damage as you would expect. And if you're high enough to get level 3, you get these powerful, unblockable cinematic level 3 finishers that dish out tons of damage. This is a weird one. This is like the most intense version of the curb stop ever. You fight in teams of 3 and you can tag in your partners whenever they're open. The regular game has to fight through several stages, each with its own boss at the end. Some of these stages reward you with some new characters to add to your collection, and some of the later stages have extra challenges thrown in, like having your health slowly go down or having one of your finishers disabled. The challenge mode lets you win an exclusive character for a limited time, and you must pass several rows of matches first, each with all sorts of extra challenges and handicaps thrown at you. Some of the matches might require you to have a specific wrestler to even enter, which you might not already have, so you have to work your way to earn him or her first. You only have a few days to finish the challenges if you want that specific superstar, because later it will update and change to someone else with a whole new set of different requirements. You also have online tournaments that update and changes depending on what pay-per-view is happening at the time. If you win, you can unlock an exclusive wrestler or get extra gear to power up the ones you already have. Even if you don't win, earning enough wins can already earn you a lot of points to buy more superstars. As of right now, we're having a tournament based on Night of Champions. Alright, so now it's time for WWE Aftershock. We're talking about all the cool WWE pay-per-views.
Hey, whoa, stop.
Hey, okay,
look.
This Video Game Masters, okay? Not WWE Aftershock, okay? Wrong show. Go away. Go, come on, go. Eat it. Jeez. Nerve of some people. Wait, was that another me?
Finally, you have the store where you can buy more characters, more items, or packs of cards that will contain both. Sometimes it's faster and cheaper to buy gold packs and hope you get lucky than having to buy that one particular superstar.
Alright guys, so now it's time for my thoughts on WWE Immortals, and I gotta say this game is a lot of fun, very addicting, incredibly easy to get into. It's a lot of fun to rack up all the wrestlers and power them up and power up their moves, and I particularly like the online tournaments because they do update with every new pay-per-view out there. We've had one for Backlash, Money in the Bank, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and as of filming, as of right now, we got the Night of Champions tournament going on, so it's always pretty cool. It's a great way to win extra points to download some of the other wrestlers and stuff. And that's one thing I do gotta say about this game, that this game lets you get away with like not paying if you rack up enough guys. Now I know almost all of these free games have a certain thing where you can play to a certain point, then you gotta pay some more to unlock this, or pay some more to repower up your characters, and this game does that too. But I mean, if you got like 3 or 4 wrestlers and you used them for a while and their power's down, it's like, hey, you can pay right now or wait 3 hours or whatever to use them again. It's like, well, I got all these other guys too, I'll just use them in the meantime. So that's pretty awesome. You can rack up your wrestlers, and if some of your guys are down, then just use your other guys. And also, yes, you could pay money to get like the most powerful wrestlers or the most powerful moves or the golden card packs with the stronger guys. Or you could just rack up points by playing the main campaign mode or even the tournament. Because if you get like a lot of wins in the tournament, you rack up enough points and you win extra points too. And you can just use those points to buy the most powerful wrestlers. And yeah, I'd rather spend a couple of good matches so I could buy someone like the Macho Man or the Ultimate Warrior than actually, you know, dropping down 20, 30, 40 bucks for it. Because whatever, you know. So yeah, this game is a lot of fun. Very easy to get into. It's pretty cool. I just love the online tournament because it just keeps the game so up to date. I just hope that they eventually do add more and more guys, because they did have like a small handful at first when it first came out a couple of years ago, but later on they did update the game and added like Seth Rollins, Batista, Dean Ambrose, and Randy Orton and some of them. So hopefully they can, I hope they kind of keep going with that and add even more wrestlers in the future, because it would be kind of cool to have like Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch and stuff like that added into the mix, right? But as of right now, this game is pretty cool. It's worth checking out if you're a wrestling fan, and if you're a fan of, I guess you can say, the Mortal Kombat NetherRealm gameplay. Now, the next game we're going to talk about is Ninja Turtles. Yes, TMNT Legends, another phone game that's pretty cool. Let's have a look at that one.
TMNT Legends is an RPG-type phone app game that was released earlier this year. The game starts out with the Turtles fighting against the Krang like they usually do, but Donnie, Raph, and Mikey end up being thrown through a portal, leaving Leo alone. As Leonardo, you must now find and recruit allies and enemies alike for some reason, I don't know why the bad guys would care, as you will try to find your brothers and stop the Krang. In the game, you can also find and unlock a huge variety of characters from the Nick cartoon, including April, Karai, Bebop, and Rocksteady, until you have enough of them to form a team of 5. You can even find and use different versions of the same character at the same time, so if you wanted, you can use a team of Chris Bradford, Dog Pound, and Razar all at the same time. The only ones noticeably absent from this roster are Slash and Leatherhead, but they might be added eventually with updates, we hope. The main story furthers the plot with cutscenes as the Foot Clan also gets involved. Each stage has several missions ending with a big final mission with a big boss battle at the end. Once you beat them in easy mode, you're invited to try them again in hard mode, which helps you earn more stuff and level up your party. The basic gameplay is typical turn-based RPG style. Each character has a regular attack, and most of them already have a cinematic super attack, but other characters have to earn theirs first. Once you do a super move though, it's locked, and you can't reuse it until after several turns later. Some of the super moves aren't actual attacks though, but they do raise the attack power for the team, or heal your team. Taunts lock the team to fight only one opponent, leaving the others open to attack you without opposition. There are no items or health restores in the battles though, so it's always smart to have healers on your team like Leo or April if you're facing tough opponents. The game is full of items and character cards to help level up your characters or power up some of their moves. While some characters are just unlocked during gameplay, collecting enough character cards lets you unlock the others. You can also collect money from fighting in tournaments or mutagen to level up your characters when they need to. And yes, you do have online tournaments in which the winner gets to keep a character that changes every few days. Winning every match lets you try your luck to score more items and even entire packs of cards. You also get a free pack of cards several times a day, and sometimes buying certain action figures gets you codes for more free packs of cards. One of the extra modes has you play a separate story from the main game in which you face the characters with the designs from the recent TMNT Out of the Shadows movie, and also gives you a chance to actually collect some of the characters from the movie. This is only for a limited time, so as of right now, I don't know what they're going to put to replace this extra mode once it expires, if anything.
Alright guys, so now it's time for my thoughts on TMNT Legends, and I gotta say this one requires a lot more patience and money as opposed to WWE Immortals where you can kind of work your way around that. There's a lot of parts in this game where you're just basically stuck there unless you either wait it out or pay. Some characters have very high levels, and the only way to beat them, of course, is to level up your guys. The only problem is not everyone levels up the same. Like Leo and them, they do level up as you keep playing, but other characters are stuck at level 10, and the only way to break past level 11 and so forth is by collecting all the items related to them in certain stages. But the thing is, you're not guaranteed to win those items when you clear the stage, so you gotta do them over and over and over again. And after so many times the stages lock up on you, and you gotta either pay in-game money, real money, or you just gotta wait for 5 or 6 hours until it's available again. So you can't really do that, you're just stuck there. And it's kind of similar for the online tournament. You can only play once for free, and then after that you gotta pay to unlock all your characters to use them again. And it's like, you know, again, you could either wait until the time runs out or whatever, you could either use in-game money, or I guess pay real money. And again, for unlocking more characters, like let's say for example April O'Neil, you have to have so many April O'Neil cards to unlock her. Same thing, you gotta replay whatever level gives you an April O'Neil card multiple times, and the level will freeze up on you, which makes you either wait it out or pay. And again, you're not guaranteed to get an April O'Neil card every time you finish the level. So it's a lot of waiting, a lot of backtracking, just a lot of stuff. And then even to level up your character. Once your character is leveled up, you can't really do it unless you got enough mutagen points. So again, you gotta replay stages and win more and more mutagen points. And the higher the characters get, the more mutagen points they demand. Sometimes they demand almost 700 to 1,000 mutagen points to level up to the next level. And you're stuck there just replaying stages over and over and over and over, so you can get more mutagen points to unlock your character to make them level up or to level up their moves. So yeah, this game does require a lot of patience. I do it mostly for the online tournaments because they're always kind of fun. It's kind of quick and easy. I do like the game's little storyline. They got their little cutscenes and all that, but I just wish that you could do more things and not just be stuck there waiting and being limited because I gotta replay this stage like 10 times to unlock April or to get mutagen points to level up Karai and things like that. That's the only thing about the game, but oh well, what can you do? It's a free game, right? So finally, we're going to review the famous phone game, the famous phone app game that you guys have all probably heard of that drove everybody crazy. Yes, we're going to be talking about Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go also came out earlier this year, and it uses augmented reality to bring the Pokemon to life. Well, sorta. Using the GPS on your phone and Google Maps, it detects those little rascals in certain areas, which could be as close as in your own home, to across the street, or even several miles away, and you use the Pokeballs to catch them. It kind of works like this.
Okay, there it is. Okay, let's see if it actually stays in the Pokeball. Yep, there we go. We got it. Yep, we got a Rattata and some extra items. There we go.
Aside from catching Pokemon, you can also find Pokestops, which are specific landmarks in the real world to collect extra Pokeballs, eggs, incense, and other items. So yes, your nearest bus station, bank, post office, even your 7-Eleven could be considered a Pokestop. Oh my god, I can't believe it! An actual Pikachu! An actual fucking Pikachu!
Oh man, it's like, oh crap, inside this person's house. Oh man, oh man, hey, excuse me. Excuse me. Chingalos, what do you want? Sir, can I go inside your house? I got this real rare Pikachu, man. A real rare Pikachu, man, is in the house. Can I come inside so I can catch it?
Eggs can be placed in incubators that will hatch once you walk a certain amount of miles in real life, so you better get ready for a hike, boys and girls. Incense, though, bring the Pokemon to you to make things easier. Certain candies help level up your Pokemon, and other items help to heal and revive your Pokemon after battles. Yes, there are battles in this game because some of the larger places in your city or town are considered Pokemon Gym. You can challenge whoever is currently running it to turn the gym into your own.
And this is where I cut in. When you go to a gym to battle, it'll show you the trainer and the Pokemon who are kind of guarding it, who own it at that time. You select the 6 Pokemon you want to use against that trainer, and you go into battle. When you first attack, you swipe left and right to dodge, and you tap the enemy to attack. Once a Pokemon gets knocked out, another one replaces it, and you go through whoever is defending that gym. If your Pokemon are knocked out, they go through one by one until your team is eliminated, and then you lose the battle.
Finally, once you level up enough and encounter a gym, you're invited to join one of the 3 different teams, either Team Valor, Team Mystic, or Team Instinct. Choose wisely though, because the Pokemon Go fanbase takes this very seriously.
Alright guys, so my thoughts on Pokemon Go, what can I say? As a game, it's very simplistic. It is pretty cool though. I do like the gimmick. It's a very novel idea to actually have like a real Pokemon. You could like catch them in the house or out in the neighborhood. It's a pretty good way to have people to actually, get out and leave the house and go on hikes, go on walks to the park with their friends, see what they catch. So that's pretty cool, but after a while there really isn't that much to do. I mean, yeah, it is awesome. Like, oh my god, there's a Pikachu, man. It's a Pikachu like right there, man. But like, what else can you really do? All you're stuck with is like catching 20 or 30 Metapods and 20 or 30 Spearows and Digletts, because like the Pokemon do vary where you are, so you're kind of stuck with the same ones. I am not going to go to another state or another city just to catch some other Pokemon or whatever, and you can't really do much. I mean, you can't really like teach them new moves or anything. The gym battles are very, very scaled down. Like Brian showed us, it's just swishing back and forth. You can't even choose what attacks or learn new attacks or anything. It's just very simplistic. So basically, like, it's just, I guess, just a novelty. It's just a good excuse to go out. People have had good stories about meeting new friends or like the Pokemon community getting closer because they can all hang out. Friends have arranged dates where like they could grab a whole group of them and just go out and catch Pokemon. So it's pretty cool. But other than that, as the game itself, it just gets like tired pretty quickly. There's not really that much to do, especially if you're very busy with your job or school or something that you don't have that much free time to just go out and walk and stuff. I mean, at least in my case, I do walk home from work sometimes to catch some Pokemon along the way, even though it's the same ones I already have, but what can you do? And I guess the big thing about this game is just how huge it was when it came out. When it came out, it was like probably the most downloaded game ever, and it was like, oh my god, do you have Pokemon Go? Like, it was just like so crazy, and all these stories of all these things happening because of this game. Some girl was trying to find Pokemon, and it led her to an actual dead body. Some guy got out of his car in the middle of a busy highway and caused like a 42 car pile up just because he had to catch some whatever Pokemon. Some dude I forgot if he either fell off a cliff or almost fell off a cliff because he was so busy on the phone, he didn't know there was a cliff nearby. Like, what the hell? And then like a stampede even broke out in New York because there just so happened to be whatever rare Pokemon in whatever location. So everybody was running like crazy to catch that particular Pokemon, causing like a real life stampede. So it got pretty crazy. And then we got a lot of both online drama and real drama between picking Team Valor, Team Instinct, and Team Mystic, where people are even like throwing water bottles at each other in real life. Like, oh, there's a guy from Team Valor. Oh man, take that, you bastard. And it's like, guys, you're really taking it too far, okay? Just at least tone that down. So that's one thing I do have to say about this game. I don't usually have, I guess I should say, real life tips or whatever, but like, be very careful with this game though. Don't trespass on people's properties. Don't be catching Pokemon while you're driving. And I mean, it's just a game. Don't like attack people or do something because they're not on your team. You know, I mean, it's stupid I'm saying this, but it does happen. You know, I feel embarrassed even have to say this because it does happen. But yeah, so play the game. Have fun, enjoy it for what it is, but just don't take it that far, guys. Don't take it that far, and don't endanger yourself or other people for this game. So, Brian, since you're kind of cutting in, what are your thoughts on the game?
Pokemon Go, it's kind of an interesting little activity. I don't know that I consider it much of a competitor for Pokemon itself. If you play something on the Game Boy or the DS or the 3DS or any of those Nintendo mobile platforms, they're a lot more robust than what you're going to get with Pokemon Go. I wouldn't consider them truly the same thing. If you want something fun you can do while you're out on a walk, it's a good little time waster. It's just not that great of a game.
Why am I looking over there? It's not like if he's actually there. Oh, anyways, guys, that's the end of this episode of Video Game Masters. This is Mark Rodriguez.
And this was Brian from Another Terrible Idea, just cutting in.
Thanks for watching, and see you next time where we'll go for more traditional video games. Come on, I can't capture it. Come on.
Mark, it's a real dog. It's not a Pokemon.
What?